Where'd she go? She's gone. Okay, go, Nikita.
Magic makers.
Hey, Magic Makers! Sorry! Apparently I exited the building momentarily. I'm not sure what happened there.
Boop.
Hi, guys!
Mommy has left the building. Okay, try again. Go, Mommy.
Hey, Magic Makers! I'm Mombirella, and I'm here with
And Yukita Cosplay.
And I'm DJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because obviously we were up to no good.
Probably swear we're up to no good.
Cred Trivia says hi, hello, and welcome back. Today we have special guest Michelle, aka
this is where we
Onyx,
left off.
who happens to be here in a wonderful week.
Welcome to the chaos.
Welcome, Michelle. Sorry, welcome to the chaos already. Apparently we. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so Michelle is here to talk about cosplay and also this really cool thing, if I can pronounce it correct, pyrography.
Right.
I got it right this time. So
10
we get
points
on
to
what that is
Ravenclaw.
along with her Phoenix Onyx cosplay. So cool, excited. So welcome, Michelle. We're happy to have you today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So Mombi and Yukita, and I think I might have seen you too, at Comic Con, maybe.
Comic-Con.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm good. I remember that.
Yes.
She also won part of the cosplay contest at Kima Kawaii this year as Minnie Mouse.
I have
Yeah.
my moment.
Yes.
Yes. And she has been in a
so-
few videos of events that I've been to, so because her
You see there, it
cosplays
says,
are
hey,
awesome.
hey, how's it happening, girls? Apparently, Mombi has popped out and come back, so she,
She just disapparated. She inhaled the flu
I'm not
powder.
all-
It happens sometimes.
I'm not all
It
there
happens.
myself.
she said diagonally instead of Diagon Alley.
There you go.
Diagonally.
I went, hey, Julie. So she had to come back, so we got her back. So our mischief is somewhat being managed, so we're gonna try it again.
I think this is where we were
Michelle.
after the show last week, so
Oh boy.
She might have had a little bit too much cracking today before we started. So
maybe we need to have one.
If you know, you know.
you know. Okay, so Michelle, first of all, I gotta ask because people are gonna want to know, what is pyrography?
It is burning wood with fire or with hot pins.
Uh-oh. Cred says bacon. That's a
Okay.
whole other story. Okay, but back.
Okay, hold on. So, yeah, a hot pin. Oh, like is it kind of like a soldering iron kind of thing, like the way that those work, like the same kind of system?
Sort of. You have a little machine.
That's so
And-
cool.
You have a nib that gets really, really hot and it can cause fire. Or you can use a blowtorch or something and you burn on wood. And you can create designs and art and all kinds of good stuff.
So do you have to have like a really light touch?
cool.
Because I'd be afraid I would burn something on fire.
I haven't caught anything on fire, but I've gotten it hot enough to where it actually smokes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And how long have
That's
you
a
been doing
smoking
that?
hot hobby.
since I was 16.
Oh wow. Cool.
Put on
Yeah, since I was
So
16.
is it something that you make pieces with and sell, or is it just something you do for an art process on your own, or is it?
It started out as me teaching my kids something new and inventive. Because I dabbled with it when I was 16, and I kept up with it because I love art. And then when I had my first child, I taught her, and then I taught my other two, and it just became something that I just enjoy doing for a pastime. Late at night, it calms me down. I love the smell of burnt wood.
I love that too.
So do you make like the boxes
cool.
and stuff before you do it and then you do it? Or
I can, or I can do driftwood. I can do old wood. I can go down to Hobby Lobby and pick up a piece of wood. It don't matter as long as it's not been stained, painted, or had anything that's fire stuff on it, like paints or polyurethane or anything like that. Then I can burn on it. If it's had paint or stain on it, then I have to sand it down really, really good to get all that off so that I can burn on it.
That's
So
kinda
natural
That
wood
makes
is the
sense.
preferred
Yes,
material.
natural wood is
Natural wood.
best.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, that's really cool because when we went to South Africa, there was this guy and he had these pictures and
Mhm.
he had taken the wood and he had like 5 different types of woods and he actually burnt like the pictures of the animals into it.
Yes.
So that's exactly what the same idea is, right?
Yes, it's exactly the same thing. I've
It's
tried
super
doing it
cool.
like some people have done, is where you take a magnifying glass and you take the glass itself and let the sun hit it and draw on the wood. But I don't have the patience for that.
All right.
And at night there's no sun, and that's when I like to wood burn. So
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that seems
Though.
like a lot of
Very
So do
time
you
doing
take
it that way.
orders and stuff?
I do take commissions and I do take orders. Like right now, I'm making some dice boxes, and when I get them ready, they'll be put up on Facebook for sale. And when they're done, and when I sell out of them, I'll start all over again. But if somebody wants something done that is different from what I'm doing, then I'll stop my dice boxes or whatever I'm doing and do for them. So,
Very cool.
but I do commissions.
What's your pricing?
Depends on the commission. Depends on
All
what
right.
you're wanting. If you want a dice box, they're $15. If you want something that has color and very elaborate, depending on how big the size, I've done plaques, I've done chests, I think the biggest thing I've done was 4 foot by 3 foot for my mother-in-law. I did a big old mountain with a dragon on it.
Oh, dang, really?
How do you do color?
Color is just like any other color medium. It's pencil, marker, paint, watercolors, makeup, you name it, I can put it on there.
That's
Very
fancy.
cool. Now, do you have these pictures of this stuff like on Instagram and stuff?
It's on my Facebook, and I do have some on Instagram. So if you go to my Facebook under Pyrography, you will see a lot of my work. Or if you go to Phoenix or Onyx under my name, then you can see all of my other pages under Facebook, and you can go and see all the things I've done.
Cool. Now, do you sell this stuff at the different Comic Cons?
I have not been a vendor at Comic-Con yet. That is due to my cancer.
Okay.
So when that happened, then everything got put up on hold until this year. So I'm trying to get back into routine of things again.
So now, when we first met you, was one of the earlier Comic-Con rows. Was it? I don't remember. Was it the first Comic-Con row?
Second one. Second one.
Okay.
Second one.
Yeah.
And you were diagnosed with cancer after that. Is that right?
Yes, I found out a month after that I had cancer. But I had it for 10 years and didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pardon my eyeballs.
No, you're fine.
No, mine went just as wide as yours.
I was like, what?
No, mine went just as big as yours. So are you currently in remission then?
I
Or is
am
it gone?
I am
Completely?
1 year remission.
Okay.
Although the surgeon said that he got it 100%, but oncologists say that you still have to do the remission stuff. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Glad to see a warrior.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yay.
Well done. So you just go back each year and they just keep testing it?
Every 3 months for the first 2 years, and then it'll go to every 6 months for 2 years after that, and then it'll be a year for 3 years, and then I'm done.
Love that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was that battle working with like your children and cosplay and all of that?
Well, when I met Yakita and Mombi, I was, like I said, I had already had cancer but didn't know it, and I was losing weight at the time that I made my Cruella de Vil outfit.
That was an outstanding Cruella.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Yeah.
It took a toll on me at that point because I couldn't understand why I was getting out of breath, why I was always so sleepy and tired and couldn't do my normal activities. And I was up with my kids making their costumes and my costumes, and it just took a toll on me. But when I found out the reason, it made all sense. And then after we were planning on coming back the next year, but I was going through radiation and chemo and surgery and everything. And so we ended up putting a whole year of cosplay off. After that, then we decided we were going to get back into routine. We used Comic-Con as our first one. And so here we are, gun hole.
All right.
We're so glad to have you back. We love having
Honestly.
you.
Thank you.
And I know your Cruella is amazing. It's like the live action Cruella. If you haven't seen it,
Right, the Disney version, right?
yeah.
Yes.
And then you also have Lady Loki.
Lady
which
Loki.
I'm a
My
huge
horns.
Loki fan.
There's my horns. They're
Yep,
still
I
here.
recognize them in the back. Yep. But she did a really cute one for Kimo Kawaii.
And Minnie Mouse, yes.
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 She
Oh
made-
my gosh, I love. She shared
and
those
that just
shoes, and I'm
made
like, I
it.
love those shoes.
So cute.
So cute.
Oh,
All
yes.
of it.
That was
Okay,
a fun
don't
one
make
to
fun
make.
of me too much, but I'm gonna down it.
Oh, come on.
You're
We got to
doing
see that
what?
face.
I
feels like she's
gonna
lacking,
down
so
it,
she
down it
needs
for
the
me. I
Kraken.
know. The second I hit it, y'all are gonna be like, well, I'm waiting for that response because it has like a very spicy.
Is it the mango
So I'm
one?
gonna hit my credit.
Is she gonna go
Yes, the
smooth?
peach mango, the kick and peak mango has become my favorite because, like, I don't
Eric
know,
says
I like the
hello,
spice, but
Eric.
in the cold. The cold burns my nose too much. So, hey, promo code Mombirella if y'all want legendary supplements.
Shameless plug. Boop.
Shameless plug over.
Let's see the face. There it is.
Oh my gosh. I think I get used to it every time.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
It doesn't look like you're ever used to it. I'm just
No,
saying.
don't
it's
think
usually
you
around
can.
the same face.
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to happen that way.
Okay, so correct me if
Sorry.
I'm wrong.
Okay.
Is
That's
this
cool.
your Cruella?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Oh, yes.
She did a good Cruella.
Jeremy says hello, or says laugh out loud.
I'm here
Yeah,
to
I
entertain.
actually had to take that one in about 6 inches.
Goodness.
And it
It was
was
all the weight
safety
you were
pin.
losing?
That was because of the weight I was losing. And we safety pinned that thing in 3 inches on each side just so that I wouldn't drop it as I was walking.
Then I
Oof.
believe
Oh,
this
wow.
is your Lady Loki.
Nope,
No, that's not you.
that's not me.
Okay, let me keep looking.
Getting close.
I'm getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one? Just a second. I'm searching. Is that one you?
That one's mine.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Mhm.
There you go. Yes. Was this was this year's? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, I got
Comic-Con,
judge's choice on this one.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a Comic-Con row, I believe.
Yes, it was.
And did you make the pattern for your Lady Loki?
I made the
or were you
pattern for all of them,
Did you?
except
That's
for
awesome.
Cruella DeVille. Cruella
So
DeVille,
she's
I
a
use
master
pattern.
drafter. We love it.
I try.
You succeed.
I had to make the petals, the pattern for the petals on my my Rosetta, but then like I piece together different patterns sometimes
Yes.
for different pieces, like the bodice and stuff. And I know sometimes you can do that. I was so surprised to learn that I could actually make a pattern. Like a lot of people don't realize that is a doable thing. Like you lay out something similar sometimes, or get the measurements, figure out what they are, and you are able to cut that out and make it yourself.
Mhm.
I just give you all credit because no.
I draw on my mannequin and I draft everything on it because it's the same size as me. So I just draft it on there.
You know
That's
how I
another
do
way.
it?
Cool.
You go
I go to
shopping.
Amazon and I go, oh, that's about the right size. There we go. The Art of the Rise is great cosplay. Such a great guest. Now,
I
that's
agree.
my version, or I call
Yes.
Mombi and say, hey, friend. My lovely friend.
Hi, Bessie. What
You're my sweet friend who knows how to actually work a bobbin on a sewing machine.
That's my sewing machine is sitting right next to me.
Chris and my daughter can do all that. I can't.
Now I am going to be doing costume commissions as well.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes.
Now you have someone else you can go to as well, CJ, if you need to.
Yeah.
There you
Nice.
go. I don't know.
That's so neat, though.
It's
Ooh.
fun.
Very cool.
Can
So,
you find the picture of her of Minnie Mouse? Do you have
Yes.
them posted on your Facebook?
Oh,
because
yeah,
your
we
Minnie
have-
Mouse is so
Yep.
cute.
Yep.
she does.
I know I
Wait a
shared
second,
one
I
of
saw one
she
of
should
those.
have it in there. Well, she was showing the pieces as she was gathering them too. I remember that. Because it's funny, the
Yes.
first post I didn't realize who it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love it. And then she replies and I'm like, was that her post? That's Michelle. I was like, I feel dumb. I didn't even realize who it was.
Actually,
I was like, wait, you're gonna be Minnie Mouse?
Michelle
Oh, so cute.
and Mombi and her Minnie Mouse.
Yes.
Matter of fact.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Cute.
Yes.
Trevor's
So
on.
cute.
Say hi, Trevor.
I love the hat. The hat is like the cutest touch
The
right there
hat was
because
a
it's like the
very cute
vintage
touch.
mini
Mhm.
style. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hat took me 2 days to make because I was having troubles with it. I did not like the roundness on the headband. So I thought, do like a mouse. What does Tom and Jerry's little mouse ears look like? And I went, boop. I said, there it is. So
I
finally
have
got
tried to
it.
make my own mouse ears before. Like a few times I've made some, but I have the worst time getting the right shape. I just like that roundness of the ears where it also like comes around your head, and there's something to it that just getting it the right size, the right shape. I made the Abu ones were too big. Like they were really big once I made them. And some of the circles are just slightly off for some reason. Once you sew it, it's like cutting it out was
So-
fine, but once I sewed it and stuff.
I actually
Well, I
have
know.
a pattern for it that I got from Hempfully Ever After on Etsy, and because I was gonna make Dolores ears for
Mhm.
the next time I saw Adasa, so yeah,
I
I
know,
have a
and,
pattern
like-
if you can borrow it if you want.
And talking to you guys, it seems like the bigger objects are fine. It's like the small little details, like I know Mombi, you with like making the pockets in the
Mm.
cloaks and like the hats. It seems like the smaller things are the bigger pains when it comes to making like the small little detail portions and
I don't
making
know.
cosplays.
But like when I do smaller things, I tend to hand sew it because I don't want to fight my machine.
Same
So
here.
I just hand sew it.
I
It's just easier.
absolutely hate hand sewing. That is like my Achilles heel. If it has to be hand
See,
sewed, I'm like,
that's something
children,
I can
children
actually
sew.
do. I can actually hand sew. It's the sewing machine that fights with me.
I can
That-
do
that-
both.
Just
I
thread
taught
the needle
myself
and I'm
both.
good. If you can thread the needle, then I'm good. I can hand sew for you.
You know, they do have this thing called a needle threader for you
Is it really?
Mhm.
on the sewing
That's
machine.
true.
It's on the
No.
sewing
See,
machine.
but the
and you can
sewing
do it.
machine and I don't get along.
But
That's
they
my
also
problem.
have one for you to do without a sewing
They have,
machine.
they
Okay.
come in like emergency sewing machine kits or sewing kits.
Or you
it
can
looks
go-
like a little dime.
Yeah, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and get the little bees or butterflies or
Yeah.
the little hooks that just lets you.
And
Okay.
it's all done.
Okay.
That I can handle. I can hand sew, but the sewing machine and I we've been going odd since I was in 7th grade. That's just
Mm.
a love hate thing going all the way through.
It'd be like
I
that.
have like an absolutely brain dead confession about myself that I didn't figure something out for years. Like the needle threader piece that you put into the hand sewing needle. I
I
kept
don't know when
putting
the sewing
thread
machine classes are.
They have them at Joann's.
So I literally kept putting the thread in before I put it through the needle. And it took me like years to realize you're supposed to put it in once it's through the needle to pull it into the needle. And I felt like an idiot because that makes total sense. And I don't know why. For like a
Okay.
decade of my life, I literally couldn't figure out how to stinking use the needle threader for the hand sewing needle.
Oh my.
Confession time. When I was in school, we still had home ec.
So did
And I actually had to pay somebody to thread my bobbin in home ec because the bobbin and I made an apron. I made all sorts of stuff in home ec, but they had to like thread my machine for me. I had to pay somebody to do it.
Bro.
Once it was done,
gosh.
it was fine. Because I could sew with the best. Once it was done, it was fine, but I had to pay somebody to actually thread the sucker in order for me to pass the class.
Makes you realize you kind of take that skill for granted. Because I'm like, I can thread a machine in no time, just like
Nope.
5 seconds. I'm
Anytime
done.
we
It's-
change the thread, I just hand them a $5 bill and say, "Do it." And yeah, no.
$5. Where were you at when I was in school?
Yep, I just keep passing the $5 bill, and so they would like fight to sit next to me because I knew they'd get like $5 every time we changed thread.
Oh
So,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, nope, they knew it. I just kept the $5, and I'm like, "Here, who's next?" Just gonna thread
Like
thread my machine.
somebody take it.
My teacher
take
knew
my
it.
money.
She knew that's what I was doing, and so she's just like, "Just
That's
thread it
hilarious.
for her, or it's going across the room." She knew it. The cooking class, I rocked.
That's hilarious.
I rocked cooking class, but me and threading that machine, nope.
I took fashion design in high school before it was. I think it was the last year that I finally decided to do all the fashion design stuff, and I also took theater right after that. So it really helped me cultivate my sewing because I taught myself how to sew on both the machine and by hand.
Yeah. I
My-
self-taught as well.
My mom's an
hand sew.
amazing seamstress, but like she's obsessive compulsive. So the second she tried to teach me, the next thing I know, she was scooching me out of the way to finish the project because she's like, "Well, you don't understand how to do this. Hold on, let me help you." And I'm like, "Okay, ha, Jeremy's ready to help you." But
Then I'll help you thread your bobbin.
Apparently, there's a lot of people out there ready to help me thread my machine. Okay, pass it over
So-
here.
So is sewing something that you've always done though, Michelle?
My mom
Yeah,
bought me a
bobbin.
sewing machine when I was in 3rd grade and said, "Here, learn." So
Oh, that's cool.
Okay,
I
I
did.
like it.
I think I was always like, my mom was probably afraid I was going to break her sewing machine, was probably part of the problem on my part. Because her sewing machine was very expensive. It's like, so whenever I got married and I wanted to learn to sew, she bought me like a brother's sewing machine. And actually, I've still got the same sewing machine. It's been like 15, 20 years and I'm still using the same brother sewing machine.
Me too.
Oh, we have a brand new sewing machine in this closet right here, still in its box.
Well, that's not what it's supposed to be.
Nobody can thread it.
you know.
I bet you if you let me
Wait,
at it, I
wait.
could thread it for you.
We can teach you.
It's a
We
brand
can
new
teach
sewing
you.
machine. It's in this closet right
I
here.
promise you, it's not that hard.
It's not. We can teach
promise.
you.
It's
Kind of
really
like
not.
you guys kill me
totally
with
possible.
mother. I'm killing y'all with a sewing machine. It's right in that closet right there. There's plenty of thread.
She's like, I'll give you a $5
Oh.
bill, guys. Come
Jeremy
on.
says his is in the box too. Apparently,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
not alone.
Okay, we need a special. The next special that we do whenever our guest
How to
cancels is going
thread
to be
a sewing
how to
machine.
thread a sewing
101.
machine.
Uh-oh.
Sewing 101.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Just machines and threading
I am
needles.
apparently
You've-
not alone. Okay, got it. I feel
So you've
vindicated
also
now.
made not only your own cosplay, but you've made your kids cosplays too. Like how many have you made for your kids? I'm curious.
A good
That
dozen or so.
Well, she's obviously
See,
raising
I-
them right. So
She's
you know
like,
that's
Right. My thing is like I'm so much more willing to sew for
He-
my
Fred
kids
said
or
he'd be
for other
willing to watch
people
that
than I
one.
was for myself.
apparently we need to schedule that one.
right?
I think that might need to be our Christmas
And you
special.
do
after all.
realize there will be like probably 15 guys and me in that list watching,
Sewing machine just sitting right here on the desk with me.
and we will all be pulling our sewing machines from the box fresh.
And you know the funny thing about all the sewing machines that are for the home, they all thread the same way.
Yup.
Right? That is
So
true.
it does not matter what brand sewing machine you have, they
It really
all
does.
thread the same way.
Yes,
we
they
all
do.
got to get
Yep.
them out of the
Now,
closet
the
first,
beast that
apparently.
scares me, the sewing beast that scares me is the serger.
Yeah.
4 needles. That's what gets
Ooh.
me.
Now I'm getting
Can't
the
do it.
That's
custom
foreign
corset
language
made,
to me right now.
and like
No.
Cherry
it's
Wise,
2
we had him
needles,
on here
2
one time. He
knives.
does leather, so his is like he has like some really strong needles, like diamond tip needles, because he sews through this thick leather and stuff, and so that kind of
That's
scares me
Cherry
a little
Wise.
bit.
Cherry
Yeah.
Wise.
Yeah,
I love him.
Cherry Wise is making making my custom corset, and
The industrial
I-
sewing machines for leather.
I have discovered that like I always knew my weight fluctuated throughout the year, but having something custom made like that's that style of stuff, it's actually shown me how much my weight fluctuates because I undergrew that corset that he made originally, and so he's gonna have to make a smaller one, and now I can actually fit it again.
Yeah.
So like apparently my weight fluctuates way more than I anticipated it doing. And so I contacted him and I'm like, I know we were going to set up to meet up again for another fitting, but I'm like, that one fits. So I'm not sure what to do. So we're going to work on a different part of it because it's going to be convertible from underbust to a full corset. So it's going to have a second piece. We're going to work on the other piece first, and then we'll come back around once my weight fluctuates again, I guess, and figure it out because
Just
I don't know
roller
what to
coaster.
do.
Well, Michelle, before we run out of time,
Yes.
do you have any advice for anybody who wants to get into pyrography?
I would suggest make sure you have a mask to keep from smelling the fumes because they can become toxic
Thanks.
when you burn it. So I would say just a mask. If you don't know what you're doing right away, start off small with like a Walmart or Hobby Lobby brand that is just a real cheap $10, $20 pyrography pen, and burn on some wood from out of your yard before you go and spend hundreds of dollars on wood elsewhere. That, and be careful, don't burn yourself.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Sound advice.
No, that's about it.
Like any pattern, where to find patterns or anything?
You can find templates by using online. You can find some cheap templates, or you can buy or download clip arts and practice those, or tattoos. That's how I started, was using tattoos. And
So
I
how
just
do you
burned
use
them
the
on wood.
pattern on it? Like, do you like print it off and then just kind of eyeball it, or do you like sketch it on there?
I sketch my patterns on, but when I first got started, I would use a tracing paper, and you can actually burn through the
Smart.
tracing paper onto it, the wood. And that's how I taught my mom. That's how I taught my kids, is to burn on the tracing paper, because the tracing paper is not going to go up in flames with the hot pen.
That's nice.
What about like
Yeah,
'cause I'm
parchment
not very
paper?
artistic.
What about like if you put it on like parchment paper with that?
I find that when you use parchment paper, you can't put back exactly because parchment paper is thicker than tracing paper. So when you're burning, and let's say you tape it down and you have to get up and move and you come back to it, you can't always put it back in the same spot because you can't see up underneath it.
Got
But
it.
you can with tracing paper. You're like, oh, I was over here, but I haven't started over there, but this has to line up right here. So this is where I'm at.
Got it.
No, that makes sense. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you've been a real treat today. We appreciate all your sound advice. Make sure to
you.
check out Michelle's Facebook and her Instagram. Michelle, you want to give them a quick lowdown on how to find you online again, in case for those who are listening?
I am on Instagram through phoenix.art74, and I am on Facebook through Phoenix Arts for or Pyrography Sardonyx or Phoenix Sardonyx, and Michelle Skinner Rendon. You can go through there and look at my bio there and find all of my links.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate learning all sorts of cool stuff. We have Alley Cat Cosplay coming up next week. We get to talk with her. Mombi, want to go ahead and take us out?
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. It's such a pleasure to have you, Michelle.
Thank you.
I'm curious, what is your next event going to be that you're going to be at?
I am going to be at TerraFest and the
Ayo!
Yes!
So am I. Yes.
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 That's one of my
Yes.
favorite at Halloween time for sure. First weekend of October. That one's awesome. All right, guys, if y'all haven't had a chance yet, make sure to smash that like and subscribe. CJ Peterson on YouTube, Mommy Roll on YouTube, Yukita Cosplay on Instagram. Let's try it that way. Sorry, that one's wrong. I was trying to like angle here. Wait, I got it. I got you now. I'll just put them on. Okay, love you guys. Now that we've lost it again.
I smell bacon.
This feels so good right now. I want bacon.
Till next time, guys. We'll see y'all later. Mischief.